Hey kids, I'm Brian, and today my good friend Ben is going to be running an experiment to teach you an advanced chemistry topic. Now he's going to be doing an experiment where he grows a crystal. He's going to be using some big words like nucleation. Don't worry about that, I'm going to explain all those during the experiment. So I'm going to give it over to Ben, and I'll see you guys on the other side.
Hey everyone, thanks Brian for the introduction. First I'll go over the materials needed in order to perform this crystal growing experiment. I'm going to be using Epsom salt. You need one small pan, some measuring cups, a jar, a popsicle stick and or pencil, and some string.
So the salt Ben is using is going to be making the crystals in the experiment. And the string and popsicle stick he's going to use to latch the crystals onto when they start to form.
For the first step, you need to get a pan full of water. Then you have to put it on the stove and wait till it bubbles. Next, you're going to pour in your salt once the pan starts to bubble. You want to pour in enough salt so that it covers up the bottom. And then you're going to stir.
When Ben adds salt to the boiling water, it creates salt water.
Once your pan is off the heat source, we're going to add in another half cup of salt. And we're going to stir again. We're going to keep stirring the salt until we see that they dissolve. Now that the salt has been all stirred in the pan, we want to try to get all of the water in without the salt grains that are in the bottom of the pan there. So we're going to pour this carefully into the jar. As you can see, I'm not letting the salt grains go in. You still see the salt grains in the bottom of the pan there.
Now, as you can see there, Ben kind of struggled pouring the water from the pan into the jar. You just make sure you're careful because this is boiling water and, just make sure you have a parent with you. Don't be like Ben.
Once you've poured your water into your jar, you're going to take your popsicle stick and you're going to tie your string around it. And you don't want it to touch the bottom of the jar, you just want it to be into the water. And you also don't want it to touch the sides. So it's going to rest on top. And you can kind of move it around, make sure it's not touching the side of the jar. And once you got it in position, you're all set. And that's all for the experiment. Since I used Epsom salt, I'm going to put it in the fridge because that makes the crystals grow faster. I hope you guys enjoyed the experiment. With the Epsom salt, it can take hours or even days to form crystals, so you have to be patient. What you all just observed in this experiment is called nucleation. Brian will explain more about how and why nucleation works, and he'll also provide examples. Take it away, Brian.
Alright, so I'm going to explain to you guys what nucleation is.
Brian, what's nucleation?
Ben, it's nucleation, not new creation.
Oh.
And according to my professional sources, nucleation is a new structure self-constructing itself and typically defined to be the process that determines how long an observer has to wait before the new structure appears. So, to put that in simpler terms, in this experiment, the salt is going through nucleation because it's forming some crystals, and that's like a new structure.
Alright, so we're outside now, and we thought you guys would like to see Ben smash these crystals in slow motion. So here we go. Oh my god! Oh, there's a shard in my leg, bud. What did you do?
Sorry, Brian.
Oh my god.
Remember, kids, make sure to use proper safety equipment when breaking crystals, because you don't want to end up like Brian.
Thanks for watching our video on nucleation and growing crystals.
Make sure you do good on the worksheet tomorrow.
Hope you enjoyed.